All right, you there?
All right, yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Sorry it took a little longer this time. I went through some different screens I hadn't seen before.
Okay. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
All right, so let me get rid of this. All right. So, Noah,
Yes,
I would like to ask you some questions about your service that we would like to pass on to some of the people that we are working with that are in search of the right merchant service and payment processing company.
absolutely.
So you represent Wholesale Payments.
Yes, sir.
You guys have been around since 2008.
That's correct. Yes,
And I
sir.
understand you've got a national sales force of representatives, somewhere between 150 and 200 uh, um, representatives, for lack of a better word. So
Absolutely.
that's great because I think it's important to offer uh, localized customer service and
Oh, yeah, that's
still have the pricing power of a national company like yourself.
right.
So, uh, tell us a little bit about what makes you guys different from the major players that you're in competition with.
Well, a few of the things would be the customer service, customer support. We try to be very hands-on and very personal. We try to resolve problems really fast. We try to have our reps deal with the merchants directly as well, and take their phone calls if need be. Another thing is our pricing structure. We have a few different pricing structures, and we tailor make our pricing for the individual business to get them the best possible structure for their specific business. And it's also one plus is also that we can integrate with most current POS systems. So that way, a lot of the times the merchant doesn't necessarily have to switch point of sale systems just to process with us.
Right. And in the case, obviously, you're there to save the merchants quite a bit of money.
Yes.
So, in the case that you cannot integrate with a POS system, you guys offer a standalone terminal that it's one extra step, but with the amount of money you're saving the merchants, to me, it's worthwhile.
Exactly. Yeah, and I agree. We have quite a few merchants that have done it that way to where they were in a contract with their current point of sale system. They like what it does. They don't necessarily like the processing itself. So we just put a standalone terminal next to it. They swipe the cards through that, and then they use the POS for what the POS is good for, which is inventory management, table management, and so forth.
Right, right. As you mentioned before, um, no business is alike. So, but also merchants are, if they do have something in common, is that they don't have a lot of time to be talking with different merchant service companies over and
Right.
over and over. So when you offer your service and you ask to see their invoices, it's important that you're looking at all pages because there's a lot of hidden fees and unnecessary charges, uh, above and beyond what they're agreeing to pay as far as an interchange rate
Right.
or the effective rate. So, um, you know, tell me about that process of what you look for, how long it takes you to do, and how long it takes you to come back with a proposal for the merchant.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times it only takes about an hour to get a proposal back. We try to be on top of that, especially if the merchant wants it back fast. If they're not as rushed with it, it might take up to 12, 24 hours, if they're cool with that. But if they want it back fast, we can have it back within an hour. What we look for is hidden fees and what they're paying on top of interchange. Um, Hidden fees can be a bunch of different monthly fees, excessive batch, per batch charges, non PCI compliant costs that are raging, and um, they're actually, I mean, I've seen a lot of statements where they have an interchange plus fee, but then they have further into the statement, they have another hidden interchange plus fee. So they might think that they're on an interchange plus, X amount of percent, because that's what it says under that section. But then you go down a little bit, and they've actually hidden another section with an additional percentage cost. And so
So
those are the kind of things we're looking for when we take a look at the statements.
so the professional is going to find not just a better rate,
Yes.
but to eliminate all those hidden fees, so that the bottom line at the end of the month is a much bigger savings for the merchant. That's great. I like that it's pretty quick, in that you can get this turned around in an hour if necessary.
Right.
After the merchant sees all the savings and that wants to sign on with your company, um, you have a certain amount of time to turn around their application, as far as background information that you would need. So I
Yeah.
understand that to be about 3 days.
Exactly. Yeah. I would say 3 to 5 days until they're up and running, processing payments with us.
And that's even including a standalone terminal. You can still get that done in about 5 days.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Well, great. I also understand that there's a new program that the law has passed some new laws,
Yes.
and that there is a new program called, I want to say, cash discount.
Yes.
Can you tell us about the cash discount program?
Absolutely. I can give you just a brief breakdown of kind of the how it works in a nutshell. What cash discounting is we allow the business to offset all of their credit card processing fees, and in a nutshell, they pass them on to the consumer instead. This is, I mean, most business that we do, and most new accounts that we sign up is on this cash discount program. It's getting so popular because businesses are super tired of paying for processing fees, and now that they don't have to anymore, that's no longer the cost of doing business unless they want it to be. We see a lot of people wanting to just switch over and save that, 3 to 4% back to their bottom line.
And as I understand it, it's a no-no to try to surprise the customer at time of sale, that pass through is added to their ticket. So you guys go out of your way to put up information that's visible at the tables, or the point of purchase, or at the front door, that they are, they see clearly that program exists there, so that they do have the option of paying cash and avoiding the pass-through fee. But the pass-through fee is not that much; it's about 3%. So, the extra $3 on a $100 ticket, is something that it's not going to make or break them doing business there, but it does give them the option to save $3 and pay cash. But this helps the merchant considerably. I mean, that really adds up. That I'm saying 3% is a round number, but
Yeah.
3% at the end of the month, out of all those hundreds and hundreds of transactions that they do, that's got to be a big discount for them.
Oh yeah, I mean, we see people all the time saving, $2,000, $3,000 per month. We've seen people save $10,000, $15,000 per month, and I mean, smaller businesses even saving $400, $500 per month. I mean, it's still a lot of money. They need that money, and we can just put it back in their pocket. And the trend is that we actually do not even see a decrease in credit card payments at those merchants. People still paying with their cards. People are still happy. It's all about communication.
Yeah, it's important to be clear, clear communication that program exists to the customer before they even place their order.
Right.
And so that's great. Um, Now, you guys are pretty easy to work with. I understand that if they're interested, it's a simple process of taking the picture of their invoice, all pages, and sending them over, or faxing, or scanning and emailing.
Yes.
As long as you guys can see both sides of each page, they can be up and running with all this savings in 5 days.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so they just send us the statement and we take a look at it. We make a comparison, send them back the comparison and the proposal. If they like it and want to move forward, we move forward with them. And then let's say if they're not for it, then, maybe we can do business in the future, but no one's going to keep calling them and bugging them and stuff like that. We might,
Excellent.
check up with them in a few months and say hello, but
Excellent that there's no pressure from
yeah,
a repeat visit from sales reps. I
yeah,
also understand that your customer service is 24/7, and it's all located in the United States. That there's
that is
no
correct.
foreign country call centers to have to deal
That is correct. Yes,
with.
sir.
That's a huge that's huge to me.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's important.
So great. Well, if there's anything else you'd like to add, I think we've got the information that we need, and we look forward to working with you.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it too. And hopefully we can help a lot of small businesses out. I mean, that's why I'm in this industry and that's why I love it so much, just to see the reward of doing that. I mean, it just gives me joy.
Well, that's the purpose of our business service club
Exactly.
is to let the small businessman get the same kind of buying power
Yeah.
that the big companies get. So thank you for participating with us on this.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be a part of it, sir.